What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got another NBA video to be going over with you guys. This time we've actually got official news that says that the Golden State Warriors are actually considering potentially trading Draymond Green if they do decide to tank the 2021 season, and this is all being reported by Chris Haynes. Now, I think this is a very interesting one because Golden State had a very rough start, but they have just, started to get into the season more and more. Andrew Wiggins is actually starting to play a lot better than what he was at the start of the season. Kelly Oubre's shots are finally going in, at least, I guess. And then, of course, that they are going to be getting Draymond Green back very soon. In my opinion, I do believe they will most likely contend for the playoffs when Draymond does come back. But if Draymond's injury, keeps getting more serious and he keeps missing some time with it, I believe the Golden State Warriors will not make the playoffs without Draymond Green, and that's just how I potentially see it to be. Even if not Draymond Green does come back, they will still be like the 7th to 10th seed, I feel like, in the West. So, honestly, with Klay Thompson not officially being available, you kind of just want to think, well, hold on, what happens if they actually do decide to tank the season and go for a pick? That is a very interesting thing. The way I could see it is, let's just say they trade Draymond Green, get a first round pick back for him, which I feel like they might be able to from a team, and then they go and you potentially tank the season. What happens then? Well, I feel like we'll go to the trade deadline. The Warriors will have kind of like an even type of record where they'll be like the 10th seed or something in the West, which means they could still land a potential top 10 pick. But the way I could potentially see it from going there is they could look to trade Andrew Wiggins or, Kelly Oubre or someone from that. And then, again, they will progressively fall down. And I feel like Steph will understand if they can't compete, right now without Klay, then maybe go tank for a pick, get rid of Draymond Green's contract, and kind of reevaluate where you are from there. Then you could potentially land yourself a top 5 pick, draft another good player, and then you get Klay Thompson back, and then you can go to free agency and use some trade exceptions, from Draymond Green, etc. And then use them, of course, on some potential players to bring in, or maybe even go and sign some players here and there. So that's the way I potentially see it. I think that could happen. But in my opinion, I don't think the Warriors are going to do this. I don't think they're going to put their fans through another tank season and another bad season. The way I see it is, I think they will contend. They will try and make the playoffs. Even if they just miss it, I think that's what they will do. They'll get Klay back, and they can kind of look on where they're going to go from there. Are they going to trade Draymond Green, Kelly Oubre, or Andrew Wiggins? Or are they just going to, potentially keep going? In my opinion, if they get Draymond Green back and they're still like the 10th seed and not doing well and not making the playoffs and not competing, you're going to make some changes. And I feel like trading away Draymond Green would be an interesting idea. You can get a first round pick back for him, and then trading away either Kelly Oubre or Andrew Wiggins, whichever player is looking like the problem as well, then trade that player and see what you can get back in return. So far, Andrew Wiggins has definitely stepped up his game. Defensively, he's been a bit better, and his shots are starting to fall. I believe he had like a 27-point game the other day. I could be a little bit wrong, but again, if Andrew Wiggins is playing good, I would keep him. If he's not, I guess try and trade him to a team. And then, of course, Draymond Green, could potentially be getting traded here and there as well. I'm not exactly too sure what they need. I don't exactly know. I know Kevin Love's been on their radar for a little bit. He would be an interesting player. I know there's been a couple other players here and there who have been on their radar. But if you're going to have, Andrew Wiggins kind of play that small forward position when Klay does come back, when Klay does eventually come back, then I guess that maybe a power forward. But again, Draymond Green has been injured for a little bit now. Who even knows what's going to be happening with him? You could look to trade him, maybe use his exception and try and bring back in a Kevin Love or someone like that. Or even a Tobias Harris who's reportedly been on, trade talks. I actually really would like Tobias Harris for this team. I think Tobias Harris would be a very good player to add to the Golden State Warriors. And maybe even overlook Steve Kerr. Is Steve Kerr actually the good coach that we think he is? If he has a bad season with the team that he has now, you might want to consider that Steve Kerr might not be the right guy. But again, Steve Kerr is probably the best available right now. I wouldn't see them firing him at all. But if he has a bad season, I feel like he may be in talks. They might even consider it. I honestly don't know what the problem is with the Golden State Warriors right now. I feel like that the problem is they don't have Klay, and I still feel like they are going to potentially be making the playoffs. I just think we need to see how the Golden State Warriors potentially, of course, do go with Draymond Green. So there's no reason to trade him right now. See how it goes. Wait maybe 20 games. Get to the deadline first, and then, you know, once the deadline comes up, if they're in a rocky situation, then maybe go and trade Draymond Green. If they're not, you got to keep him, because he has done a lot more for the Golden State Warriors than what a lot of people think he has done for the team. But of course, I'd very much like to hear all of your thoughts and opinions on this. Do you guys think the Golden State Warriors should, of course, trade Draymond Green? Do you guys think they should keep him? What do you guys think is the problem right now in the Golden State? Again, I'd definitely really like to hear all of your thoughts and opinions on this down below. But of course, don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel, MIRL/long channel. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already for all the latest sports content and news. And of course, don't forget to check out my podcast as well if you haven't already. Links for them will all be in the description down below. But as I was saying, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.